Hello guys, welcome to the casting desk. I'm here with James and Threats. So guys, this is going to be an awesome game. I've been actually looking forward to this one the entire day. So Mirage, to start things off, quick thoughts on how you think Mirage will go?
Not well for Cloud9.
Why is that?
Because Fnatic.
Do you care to expand?
I think they're going to be too strong on the map. And again, you heard the guys on the other desk saying that Cloud9 want to get rid of Inferno and/or Mirage. They got halfway there. So I'm seeing the one thing we need to consider actually here is that Cloud9 had the day off yesterday, so they had time to just watch Fnatic playing NIP, and NIP went 14, 16, 14, 16 versus Fnatic on one of those maps was Mirage. So they've got intel to work with in how Fnatic want to play.
Yeah, I completely agree. I will heavily favor Fnatic on this first map, Mirage. Maybe if Cloud9 gets a super strong CT side and win the next pistol round, they have an opening to win this map, but otherwise I just really can't see them get a lot of T rounds.
Okay, so the guys on the analyst desk were actually predicting Cloud9 to win this one. Henry G said he thought, okay, I think they're going to lose the first map, as you guys said, but then win the next two. What do you think about this?
I still think Fnatic is going to win 2-0.
2-0?
Yeah, I want Cloud9 to win, actually. I want there to be upsets, but Fnatic is just too strong right now.
I think that there's some stuff I'll say about Train a bit later on, but I think there's potential for Cloud9 to win on Train, but we have to see how Fnatic can deal with the pressure that Cloud9 will provide. As to who will take it, you have to favor Fnatic. They are the best team in the world. Yeah. The thing is, Cloud9 could surprise Fnatic on Mirage if they've had enough time to. Let's say they see that Sean Gares spots a weakness on Fnatic's CT side. Is there enough time for him to bring about an exploit?
Well, it's actually quite interesting because if it does get to Dust 2, if we do get that one map win, if we do see the exploits, then I actually think that the Dust 2 could go the way of Cloud9. But here we are, we're starting things off here. It's the pistol between Fnatic and Cloud9. And as you can see, Fnatic starting off on the CT side. They're going for an A stack here. And the B push is coming from Cloud9, so they could very well get a very fast bomb plant down right away.
Indeed, this might be a rude awakening. And JW is going to move and play for the retake, it seems. As he's not even spotting B. He's just allowing Cloud9 to go in for free. I don't understand this. He's just like, okay, let's go in. What is the reason for this? He's moving into CPL, and B's been completely abandoned. This is a 5-man take with no challenge here from Fnatic whatsoever.
And JW gave up shop as well, so they completely gave up the site and the information. This is kind of nuts, but maybe things will become a bit clear as we see another push coming in from Fnatic, trying to retake the shot first of all, but they have to push through there. They've got to push through short all the choke points, and so far Fnatic down to a 2-on-2. They've managed to make something of this. Flusher is the last man standing here. He will pick up a Tech 9. He's going to wrap around the corner here, try to take down these players. Nothing is the last one standing, but that bomb is ticking away quite rapidly, and Nothing will pick up the kill, and the pistol will go to Cloud9.
And I have no idea why Fnatic actually went for a 5-man A stack there. Maybe they tried to.
But maybe what?
The only way that makes sense is if Pronax watched a demo and he was 100% sure that was going to go for an A push, but obviously he was wrong.
Well, they're going to force it up onto the second round. You see all the pistols, all the armors, and a few nades there on Flusher as well.
But look, it's the same setup from Fnatic. They've completely abandoned B once more, with one person looking in CPL for down A. We might see an information push here from Pronax. There is a flashbang onto Flusher, so he could try and get a pop to find some info. We'll see if that happens. But again, Cloud9 playing passive for now, expecting some aggression from Fnatic, trying to discern where this stack is. They've got one player on Palace, 2 players on Slope in case trades are needed. They are having the bomb in that direction as well. Passively holding top mid and passively holding in B apps, a minute on the clock, and they'll need to start moving towards the sides.
Yeah, and this makes a lot more sense than the stack on the first round. I mean, they can save the weapons or go for the exits, maybe pick up some weapons on the outskirts of B, for example, if it was a B plant. But at the moment, Cloud9, they are playing very, 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 very slow. And it's actually working out for them. They've got some limited information, but they're starting to work into the apps. Nice smoke actually there from Fnatic into the B apartments. That will slow Cloud9 down a little bit more. And time is starting to get lower and lower here.
I think this smoke is also a potential bait to try and suggest that maybe Fnatic have stacked a B-bomb site, but Cloud9 are non-believers and they're going to move forward anyway. 30 seconds left, so they better hope that they're right, and indeed they are, as Fnatic have once again completely abandoned the B-bomb site. It will be coming in for free, and we'll see what Fnatic opt to do. Again, they're starting to move forward as With the time left, I'm sure they realise that the bomb will be over towards B. So Flutter to go down first. We'll see if the rest of the CTs go for the retake here. There are two near this choke point. Shroud could get taken down. Indeed he will, but he'll get sent into oblivion.
Yeah, very nicely done. So I liked how Cloud9, they had very limited amount of grenades, but they used them to try to take the B-bomb site. We saw the Molotov straight into the headshot area right at the back, and that's a really important area to clear straight away, and Cloud9 will pick up the round. And unfortunately for Fnatic, they couldn't really get the exits really set up properly.
No, and a bit too obvious there for Fnatic. Throwing that smoke towards the B side that late in the round is just an indicator for Cloud9 that Fnatic is, as you said, James, just trying to force it to that A side. So easy call there from Sean Garris to push for that B site. And 2 rounds in a row where they just go out and plant the bomb on B.
Yeah,
Indeed.
So it's going to be a good start for the Americans here. So Fnatic off the bat not getting the CT slot they wanted, and that would have been what Cloud9 would have been worried about the most. That's strong CT economy. When you're up against that on Mirage, sometimes you can just go down 10 rounds.
Indeed, so shout outs to all the people in the crowd with the signs. There's a sign for Smix in the front there. Some hearts for Smix. Where are the hearts for me, goddammit? So there's a pause coming. I'm not sure exactly what the reason is. Hopefully we will be resuming things soon. I'm thinking this is not a tactical pause.
No, it was too early. Maybe Fnatic had a fight due to those 2 stacks, maybe, and that's why they paused. That's the only reason why I could see them going for the tactical pause so early.
Well, that will allow the time for the crowd to steal some chairs from somewhere and add themselves to all those heads out there. So it's a good start here for Cloud9. Again, they've had 2 trouble-free rounds. Their economy will be going in the right direction.
So what do you think Cloud9 have in the bag here for Fnatic? They know their economy is really weak. So what do you think would be the best plan? You're on T side. You know that they're not going to have the best buy. They forced it up, so they won't have many nades. What are you going to be expecting Fnatic to do? How do you crush them on their first buy round?
I mean, it's very likely that JW won't have an op because they saw that they had a Kevlars on the second round. So maybe they will just try to go for the mid control since they won't have to worry about JW in the window area and just go from there.
So it is a technical pause at the moment. We've just been told by production. Hopefully the issue will be resolved soon.
Yeah. Are you enjoying Valencia so far, James?
Look, there's a monster truck. No, it's gone. I am indeed enjoying Valencia. I'm enjoying the Spanish
You come here every year, don't you?
I do, yeah. I think I've been to every DreamHack Valencia, actually. Normally for the fighting games.
Nice.
But EVO is the same weekend, so there aren't any this weekend. But definitely enjoying the CSGO. And again, you know, these teams are playing to face the reigning champions in the grand final. You know, if you look at mixed martial arts, they say you're not a champion until you defend your belt. Are we going to see that today from TSM?
They just seem so good when it comes to LAN. Like actually, they mentioned it on the stage there. When they sit onto the, I mean, we saw this last season as well. They barely qualified. They barely made it, and then just we'll just win LAN. They actually played against NIP in the finals as well. And was that the last finals NIP actually were in? It may have been.
Yeah, I actually think that's true.
They got to a few semis, like DreamHack Summer. They got to the semis, but yeah, that was the last finals we saw them in.
So there is an issue with one of the players' headsets at the moment, if you're wondering exactly what's going on. There we go. So, not the start that Fnatic wanted. Again, it is a very interesting gamble to put 4 on the A site on the pistol round. But I'm very curious to see if Sean will have counter-structed them based on their match against NiP.
I've never seen that before, because there's actually no reason that JW wouldn't just stay in shop and just be spotting the window. There's actually no reason that he shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah,
I can think of.
I completely agree. Usually when you go for the 5-man stack, you're doing it because you know that if we spread it out, it's so unlikely that we're going to win, so we have to take this big risk. But it's the CT pistol on Mirage. You can win it by just playing standard positions, so there must be some kind of mind games going on between Sean and Pronax.
Yeah, it's interesting because obviously you could see that the team Fnatic were paranoid about the potential possession of connector, potential boost into CPL and so on. But if you've got 4 guys on the site, then you could spare one of them. You know, there'll be a position to look into connector, but CPL would still be an unknown, and maybe that's a further journey. But to at least have JW in the shop spotting the window, by the time the team get to B, Cloud9 are everywhere they want to be. The post-plant positions are immaculate.
Yeah, I think JW bought a C set and a smoke, and he went to smoke the B site. So maybe they had the same thought process that they had on that eco round, where we smoked B, we're going to be a lot of players here, go away guys.
But again, maybe it was too late on the clock, because you have to bear in mind, if you're putting a smoke down to say, hey, you guys should rotate to A, because we're all over at B, you have to bear in mind how long it's going to take them to do that, and quietly as well, where you want to move away from B quietly, you want to move towards A quietly. I think at that point there were about 30 seconds left, so maybe if there were like 50 seconds maybe it would be better.
Yeah, it's still so common to do for the top teams. We can see either a smoke or we have one player that's playing super aggressive, just shooting in the wall, is go away. I'm here with a deagle, go to the other side.
Yeah, it's very, very weird to see that, to be honest. As far as Mirage pistol rounds go for CT, there's a lot of stuff, like you said, that's just pretty safe to do. Like, that's why a lot of teams still go with the really age-old, just A retake. Because B is really hard to retake, so, well, A is super open, let's just put players on B, make sure that if they go there, we don't let them take it, and then if it is an A, we can take it together. This is like the most classic thing you always see, because it's so safe. So, let's say you're the leader right now, you're in a situation, you start with best of 3, and you're starting off on the favorable side. Do you take a gamble counter-strat? Because teams of the level of Cloud9, who are very cognizant, Sean Guest is super cognizant of how everybody plays, they study the game a lot. Do you want to actually do something crazy, or do you just want to have a stable start? Because that was a bit crazy.
I would just want a stable start, especially if I had players like Olaf Meister, JW, like the entire Fnatic lineup. I mean, you can go for that setup you were talking about, where you have 3 guys on B in the beginning, going aggressive short, and then you go for the A retake. You could tell your opponents, okay, we're going to do this pistol. There's no clean anti-strat to that pistol round. So you can just do it every single time, and you have a pretty high chance of winning it.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting to see. And now we saw also this like the force buy from Fnatic. And of course, I mean, I can understand with like the super good teams, like for example, Envious tried to abuse this. If you've got really highly skilled players, it's great and it can work. But at the same time, you're going to cripple your economy for when you get that first buy round. So you're not putting as much faith in your buy rounds, and maybe you're not giving it as much respect as well to your opposition's T sides. So, I mean, do you think that is a lack of respect, or is it just a stylistic choice? Or, what is Fnatic doing with the force buy there? Do you agree with it, or Mirage?
Mirage is one of the easier maps to win the force buy on, because you can go for the stack, and it's very hard for the terrorists to gain information to where the stack actually is if you just play very, very hidden positions. For example, Shadow on A side, you have to go very, very deep to actually clear that position. So still, I would say it's kind of a risky thing to do, because you really want the nades on the siege side of Mirage. You want to be able to smoke T-slope, you want to be able to smoke Palace, you want that open middle, you want the nades on B actually for the retake on A, which is very likely if you're the B defender. So going for that force buy is, I don't know, it's always a bit too risky, I think.
Yeah, I actually feel like if Cloud9 are able to take Mirage, that I favor them to win the series then, which is kind of crazy to say. This is like a month ago. I would just never, ever expect myself to be saying that. But Cloud9 have been doing so well recently. And also, last time they faced off against Fnatic in the finals, it was really close, actually. There were some really close maps. And it felt like to me that if Cloud9 had a bit more experience in that position, especially against Fnatic, that they actually would have a very strong shot at winning some of those spots, because they actually put themselves in really nice positions to win rounds, which would have enabled them to win the game. But you saw them making those mistakes that only happen in grand finals when people are under insane amounts of pressure. So, I mean, we keep seeing them be in finals now. If this trend continues, I mean, they very well could be a consistent top 3, considering how unstable the top European scene is at the moment, with Virtus Pro, and maybe even with Na'Vi to an extent, and of course with Envious and Titan up in the air as well. There is definitely a place in the top 3, top 4 for Cloud9 to take now.
Yeah, I agree with you, especially considering the level of play from both Shroud and Skadoodle. I mean, they've just been playing out of their minds. I would almost say Skadoodle has been the best AWPer this past few weeks.
Yes.
If you just go on the past 2 weeks, I would say Skadoodle is the best AWPer right now. Especially, like if you look at the Cobble games, on Cobble you get so many difficult shots with that ops, and especially towards the B plateau on the B side, and he just manages to hit every single one of those, so it's a very impressive AWPer.
I see some frustration from Shroud there as well on the camera. Definitely
I
sucks to have these pauses.
I think he has the technical issue. So, got to keep his head in the game though, get some Sudoku on the go.
This is actually super nerdy, but on the plane over, me and Threat A, we were having like competitions if you could complete the Sudoku puzzle's the fastest on the plane.
That's hot as hell, man.
That is pretty dirty, but I'm just going to throw that out there.
Don't know what else to say.
Right. Who won then?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so yeah, you know who won by and say that. Thanks a lot, mate.
So we're looking at Fnatic as a favourite on this map. I think we can all agree.
I'm not sure, actually. For me, it's a bit more 50-50. It's so difficult. On paper, yes. But how I feel like things are going to go now, like gut feeling and stuff, not being an analyst, I feel like it's 50-50. As an analyst, you can't look at the stats and what's happened and bet against Fnatic, obviously. But I think, Cloud9 are coming up. They've had experience with Fnatic. This is a terrible start for Fnatic as well. Cloud9 could really abuse this, but it depends how good their T-side is going to end up being here. And how I'm really curious what they're going to do against Fnatic's first buy.
It's really crucial for Cloud9 that they managed to build up a bank there on that first anti-eco round, because even if they lose the first weapon round, as long as they get 2 or 3 kills, they still will have money to go for the rebuy, and then they can punish Fnatic that round and force them to 1 or 2 ecos yet again, which means they can get up to 5-1, 6-1 with only playing 1 or 2 weapon rounds.
Yeah. I mean, one thing that gives me confidence, James, in Cloud9 is when we actually saw them play against Kingwin. Because against Kingwin, you have this situation whereby, what are you going for there, production? I wonder. With Kingwin, we have this situation where you face up against them, right? And we saw, Na'Vi in the same position. You have to respect their individual skill. That's their strength, okay? So Cloud9 are up against this. They know, okay, we just need strong strong basics, strong coordination, team play, and we can just take them down. That's exactly what they delivered. They played, I think, the best coordination I've seen on a Dust 2 in the last few weeks, and that impressed me massively. And for them to have those strong fundamentals to be able to throw against Fnatic is it's really encouraging to see.
Yeah, and Cloud9 is actually one of the better teams at economy management.
Yeah.
Because they are one of the few teams who are not going for that second round forced buy on the CT side every single time.
Don't be a loser, buy a diffuser.
Mate, VP got 16-0, put your sign down. Come on. Not for this weekend. Save it for the next event.
All right, so delays are always very frustrating for everybody, but thank you guys for sticking in here with us. And hopefully we can resolve the issues promptly and get into it presently.
So we have some kind of warrior in the crowd. Mysterious lady with her head turned. What color hair is that? Is that platinum hair or something? White? Or is that just grey hair? Maybe she's dressed up as that guy from Kill Bill with the long beard.
Wearing the beard upside down and backwards?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, that's great. Good job, James. Or she's just a girl.
Maybe she could still be a girl, but dressed as a...
That's, I guess.
Right. That's
you are.
Scientifically, she's not being re-identified.
All right. I can't argue with that, James.
Can't.
The logic is flawless.
Indeed. Look, Crimson's got a new hat. Fnatic recently announcing their monster partnership.
You never see Crimson without a hat. It's very rare.
No.
Although in Aspen, he was actually not.
He went full cue ball?
Yeah, he went full cue ball, despite the fact that it's, Aspen was pretty cold in January. Pretty cold in the mountains.
Pretty chilly.
That was a scary flight when I went there. Like flying through the mountains. It's been loads of stormy weather. Most flights have been cancelled. But we had like a hero pilot. It's like, nah, it's fine. We got this. We're not going to go through like the diverted route that was like takes much longer. We're just going to go straight in. But guys, we're going to take a quick break. We'll go to commercials. Hopefully, when we get back, everything will be resolved and we can continue the match, Cloud9 and Fnatic. All right, we're back here, and hopefully things will progress smoothly from this point forwards. We're jumping into Cloud9 and Fnatic. Of course, we had a few rounds played, and Fnatic, they're in trouble on the CT side. They're in trouble, BYOC. What are they going to do about it?
It's still only 2 rounds into the game. I don't think they're in that much trouble.
They're in peril. They're on the edge of the cliff.
There is trouble.
Yeah, the only trouble I can see is that they played the first 2 rounds, or maybe not the second one, but the first round, the pistol round, they played it extremely weird.
Yeah.
In a way where they give too much respect to their opponents.
I actually have a question, because we didn't really touch on Train really at all. Of course, that's the second map between these 2 teams. What do you expect for Train? Because I actually don't know what to expect in that match at all.
I've seen some things.
You've seen things. What have you seen, James? Tell us your stories.
I'll tell you before it starts.
These
after the break between maps. Sensitive information.
Sensitive information,
Indeed.
okay. All right, teasing us all.
I've seen some things, Dan. I've seen some things.
I know you've seen things, James.
I've seen things that many people have not seen just yet, but they might see after this map.
Ah, okay. I think I'm starting to clock on to what you're
Dan,
talking
I've
about.
seen some things. Anyway, we're due to start very shortly indeed. It seems the issues have been resolved. So one thing that's a shame about the technical pause is that, Cloud9 have momentum. It's kind of weird momentum. Like, they took the site for free in the pistol round, but then they held the site afterwards, and there's momentum and confidence in that. But there are still a few players with the headsets off. Excuse me.
I like the anti-eco as well, actually, from Cloud9. They took it pretty slow.
Yeah.
And it was pretty standard stuff. I mean, they didn't use a lot of grenades. I would have liked to see more grenades from them when they were entering the bomb site, because there was only 1 Molotov. I think they could have done with more Molotovs, maybe like buy some cheaper SMGs and just get the Molotovs out there, because I think that's way worth it.
Yeah, I completely agree. We still see a lot of HEs on that second round where you can just pay $100 more and get a Molotov, which means you can clear out an entire position. Because even though there's no one there, you will always get value out of the Molotov because you don't have to check that corner.
Yeah, and if someone is there, then you can force them into the open and hunt them like vermin, and then exterminate them with sharp objects, guns, knives, and other things.
That's a very pleasant thought, James.
It is.
That leads me on to my thought, which is Tech9 smoke. We saw a lot of that from TSM when they're in a position when they're down on the T side. It was super good, actually. And the funny thing is, it's only $100 more expensive per player than a Deagle, which is actually pretty amazing. If you think about the difference there.
Yeah, the problem for most teams with buying the Tech9 smoke is that most teams do not have that execute, which TSM have, and they should have if they put enough hours into the game.
The cool thing with TSM is they've actually been together now since, I think it would have been the end of January. So they've been together a good 5 months now as a lineup. That's actually quite a long time. And that's like one of the cool things when you get a team that's been stuck together for ages, they start to do really well. Then they're going to have not just a deeper map pool, they're stronger on all maps, but they'll be stronger on all the maps because they'll be more prepared for more of the situations. And that is just one of those spots. Because I sometimes see this spot where a team, they do a lot of damage and they could go and force it up, and it'd be a really good spot to like force it up. They just, I don't know, they got the bomb down, they kill 4 CTs, CT's economy is like really bad. But then they don't have the round. They don't have the round, the execute to actually throw against the CTs to then really cripple them. And then we just see an eco or something. Then they miss out that window that they created. But TSM as a team, they've had so much time, and Carrigan is super on point. I mean, how do you feel about Carrigan as an in-game leader? Because we talk about a lot of in-game leaders, but Carrigan, he is right up there, especially as a fragger as well.
Yeah, that's true. He really understands when he's he has to pressure the economy of the opponents. For example, with the Tech9 smoke round on Mirage, we actually saw them win that round once, I think.
Yeah.
And if they didn't win that round, they would have gotten a plant and 2 to 3 kills, and that's way worth the investment with $800 per player.
Yeah.
There's a sign there for Freakazoid not to skip leg day. Complete with a little drawing of him as well. It's pretty awesome. You can see the C9 players getting back into their chairs, so fingers crossed that the game will start soon. As I do believe everything has been resolved, so
Yeah.
maybe we'll get cracking.
Yeah, it's actually always cool to talk about in-game leaders, actually. We just talked about carrying. He's not actually in this matchup. So I want to get your thoughts, Threat, on the in-game leaders in this match. How does Sean Guess match up against Pronax here as in-game leaders? Styles, just any thoughts that are throughout there? Maybe build some expectations to jump back into this one.
Sean Garris is an in-game leader that just actually wants to go for a lot of anti-plays versus teams. He looks at a lot of replays, and he just makes pure anti-strats, which is interesting because Pronax usually just want to play a standard style because of the strength of all the players in Fnatic. However, in this pistol round, we actually saw Pronax go for the anti-play full out with 5 players on that A side. I actually think I've never seen that.
I've never seen that. And we've cast a lot of Counter-Strike together.
In a lot of different countries, continents.
All over the world.
I don't think any of us have ever seen that.
No.
I mean, it could also be a case of miscommunication from Fnatic.
Maybe he thinks, okay, the smoke's there, so they're not going to walk past our paper thin wall. I can go and check mid and leave the guys on A, and then maybe go back. Although I don't think he was going back to B.
Yeah, that's true.
He was like looking. He was kind of loitering around in CPL. So.
Oh, you mean I will buy 10 seconds because they won't go through the smoke.
Yeah.
During these 10 seconds, I can go back to the window, peek mid, and then fall back.
Yeah, but he didn't fall back. That's the thing. It didn't seem like there was any intention to fall back, from what I could see. So I think we'll have to ask him about it afterwards because.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
That's actually a cool thing, actually, about what you're talking about with Pronax, because we saw in an interview with him not so long ago that he's in this position where he realizes the insane skill on his players. So he's just like, well, I need to use that, and sometimes we're just going to go for a round where we just put faith in JW and Olafmeister, just open the round for us, because otherwise we're not really using the tools that we have to their in an optimal way. And this is actually a problem I think Envious had, because you have Happy who was driving them, and he went from a complete execute style. He had a team which didn't have many star players in it. They had some nice moments here and there, but generally it was a team of second tier players at that point, and he brought them to the semis of a major just through sheer execute play. Then you bring him into Envious, where you've got really ridiculously strong individual players, but he couldn't make that style work without them eventually imploding. It worked, of course, for quite some time, but eventually we see that Envious now, they run into a wall and they just, I don't know, they broke.
And I can agree to you on some of these points. However, I feel we're back into the game.
Put the player down, boys. The game has resumed. This is good news. Olafmeister are going to go for a fast push in underpass again. Fnatic on their eco as they look to buy in the next round, and Cloud9 are towards B in the numbers. Olafmeister are not going to hold the angle. In fact, they're hoping for the double peak, but I'm sure he will make himself known eventually. You can see Crimson and Pronax both going for full armor here, helmets and all, as Cloud9 continue their march towards the B-bomb site.
Yeah, Sean Guess is poking now. We're seeing some nades there to clear out some of these positions, and he's made his way to headshot as well, so largely cleared. But of course we can see Fnatic are quite close. They're going to be charging into apartments. This could be a huge moment here. Olafmeister's going to go and he's going to see the play. Reloading, pulls out the pistol. Olafmeister, he can't quite get the frag done, and he's going to pull out the knife. It's not going to happen. Skadoodle will take him out, and Fnatic, they had a chance to make some frags there, but very nice anti-eco from Cloud9.
Yeah, once again, I'm not going to say flawless yet. Maybe one player will go down. Yes, Shroud will go down. There we go. 4 players surviving for Cloud9, which means they have a pretty strong bank to work with. So, as I said earlier, it really isn't that important for them to win this round. The crucial thing is to get a lot of kills, because then they can reset Fnatic's economy yet again. And Fnatic, of course, will be looking to win the round with a lot of players surviving.
Okay, so you can see Fnatic went for the force buy in the second round. That will mean that there are no helmets, which will also mean that these weapons, this MP7, this P90, will have much more utility than they normally would. So Cloud9 can afford to keep them for the time being.
We can see Cloud9 are expecting potential mid-aggression there. Very defensive setup from Shroud in the little doorway. Very passive indeed. And Cloud9, once again, they'll go for a similar round as to their anti-eco previously, and Pronax will be close to a spot. One player, Freakazoid, gets the entry of the P90, exactly as you said, gets the headshot, and that is Pronax dead straight away. And Fnatic having massive problems. What a round here from Cloud9. They've managed to, so far, be in a flawless position. Nobody's dead. They've got an afterplant, and Fnatic are forced to save. Would you want Cloud9 to go and hunt these guys down?
Yeah, they should go for the hunt here, especially considering they saved the 2 SMGs from the previous rounds, which means they have a lot of money to work with. And I just want to point out how smart that is from Cloud9. They know Fnatic went for that second round force buy, which means they are low on nades. And the best way to punish that is just to go B apps toward that B side. Because the best way to stop that push from the CT side is to just keep flashing the terrorists and keep them in the apartments. But Fnatic, they only had one flash there on Pronax, for example. Let's say Fnatic didn't go for that second round force buy, Pronax might have had a Molotov. He could have delayed them more, which means the rotation would have come in. So that's a very smart play from Cloud9.
Another thing worth noting there, the first 2 kills coming in for the CT side, they came from a Gil to the head and a P90 to the head, like a helmet, instant death. So, and now they can continue those, and actually, they lost a few plays at the end there, but had they survived, they could have continued with those guns and made even more money on this round. But in fact, Fnatic have gone for the force, so they're going to have some primary rifles there, 2 M4s, the Max 7, of course, onto JW, FAMAS, and a Scout onto Flusher, lacking helmets on 2, excuse me.
Yeah, and actually a similar round, a little bit more aggression, more peeking going on from Cloud9 towards mid, but otherwise this looks the same. And great shot there from Skadil, finds the head of JW, but Pronax, he's in, around the corner, goes and faces 3 players at once. That's not going to happen, but they know what's going on. What a shot there. Flusher able to pick up a nice tag, and that will slow down Cloud9 actually. They are hesitating here, they'll fall back through the apartments, and Shroud, who's kept mid open for them, looking for rotation, has now given them, a clear option, some information as to the nature of mid, so they will be challenging there now, and Fnatic, they're down to 3 men. This is a really hard round for the Swedes.
That was a nice play, because it was kind of turning into a late round push for Cloud9, but they have the time to play with, so they're going to move back, reset the situation, play the numbers game.
So Krim's legendary in that position there by the stairs and connector, but we will see the push coming in from short. Cloud9 moving in as a unit right now, but more tags found by Flusher. That's nothing, and Sean gets very low, but Flusher will eventually go down. And now the B-bomb side has been occupied by Cloud9. They'll get the plant as well. 4 versus 2, Fnatic in a similar position. And this is very, very hard to deal with for them, and they will fall back out of there again. So Cloud9 really playing the first 5 rounds very, very well.
Yeah, Cloud9 actually walked into the stack there. Fnatic had 2 players in BF, and JW was going for the flank on their contact. So winning that round when they're walking into the B stack is just very impressive play from Cloud9.
Worth noting that they didn't overextend on the site as well. You could see nothing, and Sean Gears were very heavily tagged, but with a player potentially in window for Fnatic, in the shot window, they didn't overextend, they didn't go straight in and make themselves easy targets there. So they continue to clean sheets. Fnatic continue to look for their first round on the board. We might see them on the eco now, which means Cloud9 can just continue to build the bank and build the score. It's a great T side for them so far, and again, we said that they could surprise us here on Mirage. Again, Sean Guess had all day yesterday to watch the other matches, having secured their spot already.
Oh, here we go though. This is the big danger of Fnatic on this map, and we get a push from Olofmeister as well. Krim's going in to help him out. Cannot trade efficiently. That is 2 players down straight away. Krims and Olof are going to be having a dirt nap as the rest of Fnatic are now scrambling to try to deal with these oncoming Cloud9 players. We have 4 of them still left alive, going from both Connector and from Palace, and finally Freakazoid will go down, but the trade is alive from Shroud, and Pronax 1 versus 3 gets completely annihilated. Cloud9 with such a solid round, and JW missing that first opening in middle by CPL. That shot could have changed something, but again, it really looks like Cloud9. Everything is just going exactly how they planned.
And Fnatic is just forcing every single round now. I think they feel the pressure. They feel like we have to take every single siege round from this point, and this might actually punish them, because this is the envious mindset we saw a few months back.
Look at the nades, or lack of here, on the Fnatic side. Getting the first frag though, JW in fact with 2. Again, he's been aggressive in every match this tournament, for better or worse, and he's given his team an early advantage here, leaving Cloud9 with only 3. Cloud9 have time on their hands, but not much else. Freakazoid getting 1 frag onto Olofmeister, finds a second as well, and all of a sudden this changes around. Now it's Cloud9 advantage. 1:20 on the clock here, 2 sites to push, 1 man down.
Yeah, Sean Gers tried to make an opening happen in A. That would have meant the world to Cloud9, but it's not going to go. This time it's a 2-on-3 now. Cloud9, a man down. Pronax, oh, what a jump from Shroud, straight around. Does get the frag onto Pronax there, and we'll have the 2-on-2 coming into play. JW will find the 1-on-1, takes down Shroud. It's just Freakazoid left, already with a double, 20 HP to work with as well. This is not looking very good. They know exactly where he is, and Fnatic will get around on the board, but they did lose 3 players, so they are vulnerable right now.
Yeah, if Cloud9 wins this round, it's very likely they're gonna win this map.
Yeah, that will reset the loss bonus for Fnatic if they were to lose this round. And again, Cloud9 racking up so much already. They will have little to no issue having the buy once again. Full nades coming in, all the guns they want, helmets galore. But we'll see what they can do. Again, JW had 2 very fast frags in their previous round. Will be a bit more passive towards mid. In fact, there's no one even peeking here. Cloud9 have got 4 towards A, and only 1. Sean Gers hanging over towards the B bomb site. Doodle's gonna shoot Krim straight in the face, and Shroud will push the site before the nades even go down. He's gonna help his team out with another nade there as they will take over the A bomb site.
That was such a sick entry there from Skadoodle. Bomb looking to go down, and that's exactly what's going to happen. We have Olafmeister by CT putting in some shots, but it's not coming out too useful just yet for his team as they try to retake this. They don't have almost any grenades to work with. Fusher will pick up a kill to Sean Gers though, and Fnatic just trying to bully their way back into the site. Now the smokes have gone away. They have a 3-on-3 here. Pop flash from JW could make things a little bit easier, but that bomb is really starting to tick very quickly now. There is not much time left here for the Swedes. Shroud in sandwich there. Nothing with a double on the spray down. Here goes JW, but time is a huge issue, and there is Shroud as well to make things even worse. And Cloud9, they pick up that key round, just as you mentioned.
Crucial entry kill there from Skadoodle onto Krims. I think they know Krims like to play that position, and if they don't see anyone in mid, Krims usually go for that peak, just want to gain some information towards that T-slope, and the way they capitalized on that entry kill, as soon as they got the kill, everyone just ran towards connector, trying to gain as much ground as possible.
Yeah, with the last 3 players, Fnatic didn't have a kit either, so they had less time than they would have liked. They're going to find themselves on the eco now, and this is a real chance for Cloud9 to take a humongous lead in this match. 2 frags coming in so far. Olaf and Krims, the LGB boys, go down, leaving only JW and Co to do what they can with mere pistols and absolutely nothing else in the bank. P90 coming out again for Freakazoid. Going to make use of this, but he will go down to Pronax. So constellation frag at least. P250 will pay for itself. And JW's picked up an AK. Yeah,
the economy for Cloud9 is going to be so good. Some of these rounds have been fairly clean, I think. And we'll see eventually. But wow, Pronax picks up another frag there. That's really nice, to be honest. If they can save the AKs, that is nice. But I mean, how much is it going to take for them to get back into this one? They're already looking to go down 8-1 as CT. Cloud9 could definitely get into the double digits. And we can see that the economy of Cloud9 is not too bad here. There's 10k on one player is going to go up significantly, 13k. This is really bad.
We've seen Fnatic make comeback as Team Mirage in the past, but this is just too brutal. 8-1, and they have a crippled economy. They did save those 2 AKs, but it's still not enough to go for a full buy this round. I think they're going to buy, but I highly doubt we're going to see an op on JW or a full set of nades on the players.
I feel like if we end up, if they end up winning this one convincingly, that we'll end up going back to that force buy from Fnatic right at the start of the match. But here we go. Skadoodle again punishing a quick push from Pronax, and this force up, well not force up, but a bit of a half buy going in for Fnatic, just buying some pistols. So far, not working out too well for them.
Skadoodle is stopping the aggression of Fnatic here, but let's not forget he's on the T side. What happens when he gets onto the CT side?
Oh yeah. Yeah, Skadoodle is really something. He's so impressive. Maybe he's going to steal the mantle from our European AWPers very soon, such as the likes of Guardian.
See if he can save the AK. They've done a bit of damage again, but we're talking 9-1. At 9-1, how much is your damage worth when it's a T side in the lead?
I still like the decision here from Fnatic to go for the eco, because they just realized we cannot win with these weak buys. We need to go for the full buy. Even though we're going to be down 9-1, if we just keep buying, we're just going to be down with even more going to the second half.
I've seen this happen on this map on CT so many times. And as you said, you brought up Envious. It very much looks like the Envious kind of situation. You kind of commit yourself. It's like getting pot committed in poker. You kind of like commit yourself in. It's like we've already invested so much. Now we're in kind of a terrible position, but we have to kind of keep investing. Just for that 10% chance instead of. But the thing is, it's Fnatic with a full buy. They are super scary, and they're bringing out the double orb. Is this going to pay off, James, do you think?
Well, it's going to be about who's faster on the trigger finger. JW starting his orb in the CT side as Flusher moves towards short. With a nice jump, bit of parkour going on there. We'll see where Olofmeister has put his AWP. Indeed, he's going to be holding the B site solo with aggression on short from Fnatic. Cloud9 maybe wanting to just walk out of the smoke, and indeed they're going to try and do that. FACEIT not getting a frag on this occasion. And again, JW is well positioned to help his team. Skadoodle maybe getting legged there by JW, but he'll find the frag first.
And Crims is in the shadow position. It's so key he just stays alive. And he's doing just that. We're going to see the player challenging him, but he's going to be able to survive long enough and get the damage done to put his team in advantage. Now 3 versus 2 for the Swedes, for Fnatic, and Pronax will finish the job. And another round for Fnatic here, but it is still a very, very devastating deficit that they're dealing with at the moment.
Yeah, they lost 2 players, which means if they lose this round, they will be reset once again. And Cream's just winning the round here for Fnatic. He gets 2 kills and he survives for so long, which means, if you look at the overview, the entire Fnatic team was on that A site.
That's a really nice position on the bricks there. As you can see, someone jumps up, you can get the jump on them, no pun intended, through the gap. Can get wallbanged on the other side, but damage was done by Crims, and he puts the second round on the board for Fnatic. Double AWPs continue again. Cloud9 still in a situation where they can get their buy-in with little problem. And they're going to fancy the A site again. We've seen this before from them. Sean Gares lurking towards the B site as the rest of the team push. Crim's not going to peek just yet, going to rely on his teammates. Olofmeister getting the first frag onto nothing, and unannounced, Crims will suddenly pop out and get the frag. JW coming in with the second AWP as well. Only 2 members left there for C9.
Almost a clean sweep coming in from Fnatic. They have managed to pin down Cloud9. They've got control of the bomb as well, as it is on the bomb site. It looks almost unretrievable. Skadoodle gets challenged up close, but you don't want to mess with this man. It's going to be the grenade from JW that will find the finish onto him. But it is Sean Gares, the in-game leader of Cloud9, who's now looking at a 1-on-3, but that is too much. And it will be another round for Fnatic. But again, we say another round, but they have so little still that it feels almost, it's hard to they can't put themselves in a good position.
Yeah, once again, Creams are shutting down that A site. I like the thought there from Cloud9. They had Sean Garris going towards B apps, just went for the fake. They know they have 1 minute rounds towards that B site, so Fnatic actually made a bit of an over-rotation, but they just won the retake towards that A site.
Money starting to dwindle now for Cloud9. They've got nothing much left in the coffers. You can see Sean Gares and Freakazoid limited down to the Tech9s. Nothing, no, going to get an early advantage. We'll see if one of their teammates can pick them up. Out of position to do so at the moment with 3 people in mid.
Olofmeister in mid, he's so key right now for Fnatic. If they want to get more advantages into this round, now they've gone down a player towards the A bomb site. But he's going to get smoked away. That is very nicely done, but that said, JW is going to find himself a frag, and Cloud9 wants to try to just barrel their way up middle. Smoke is down, but this is looking quite laboured indeed. Flusher, he's waiting to receive. He's going to go for the sprays. He runs back to another position, but Freakazoid will not let him. And it will be the trays coming in. Still Fnatic, they are looking better. They've got another advantage. So many AWPs left on the server. Skadoodle is holding onto one of them by middle. I wonder if Fnatic will peek him. They would have spotted the bomb going down towards short, so and they have, I think, vision of it. So Fnatic looks strong here.
Yeah, Crim's got the kill over through connector from A, and that has put Cloud9 in a horrible position. They only have a flash and a molly and a HE left. They are going to be exposed however they choose to try and pick up this bomb. Half a minute left, and the longer this clock goes on, the more likely Fnatic are to win the round. And Cloud9 again, if you can have a quick look at their money, they may go for the save here because it is more or less an unwinnable situation at the moment.
All right, so looks like Fnatic are bringing themselves back into the match. But of course, they will need to get that 6-9 to feel, and even then they still can't feel confident going into their T side. But right now, what are Cloud9 doing so well, do you think, to get ahead of Fnatic? Is it just Fnatic putting themselves in bad spots, or how much do you credit Cloud9's really smart play?
I think the key for Cloud9 was winning those early rounds, which made Fnatic feel forced to keep going for the force buys, and they just played it safe with Skadoodle peeking, because they know it's very unlikely he's going to meet an AWP. So just great play from Cloud9 this half, and it's a really good decision there for Fnatic to go for that eco because they won 3 rounds in a row now.
Double AWPs continue for the Swedish side. Helmets increasing as well. Again, Cloud9 with almost identical buy to the previous round. A few less grenades. CPL will be smoked off a bit earlier on this time. And again, they are favouring the A site with Sean Gares lurking passively this time between mid and the entrance to B apps. He may go try and stop the rotations through mid into connector by the CTs if this push is successful.
Just walking straight up there, and have to see if Fnatic can get some early frags. Oh, Flash is going to go straight in for it, picks up the bomber, and now Fnatic can get the aggression going, even though there are some smokes down. Flusher is in up close by the stairs. Pronax will find Sean Guess. He was trying to cut off rotation, but now Cloud9 are down to just 3 weapons, but nothing in Shroud will rebound back into this one with such a heavy response. Significant damage done now to Fnatic. It's only Crims who's left, and he's going to get taken out by Skadoodle. Oh my goodness, what's going on right now? Cloud9 seem unstoppable.
Great opening there from Fnatic, but then they got 5 kills, I think, in the matter of maybe 5 seconds. Just
this position from here looks okay. We're even. We can take this slow as a team. As from Fnatic's perspective, they look fine in that 3-on-3.
I haven't seen these smiles on Cloud9 since Freakazoid and Sean's moment on the beach there. Well, they're going to have the buy once more, and it's going to be Fnatic on the force. They're going to have themselves an AWP and an M4, and the rest will be a jumble cell, whatever they've found at the back of the truck. Can they make it work? It's a good start with the nade coming in to take down Freakazoid. This time, Cloud9 headed over towards the B bomb site. Bomb has not been seen yet by the Swedish side, but they seem to have an inkling as there's only one person over towards A for now. Skadoodle going to trade with the AWP, but I think the game's up here for C9.
Ooh, oh my god, that is just insane. It's so rare that you can just pull that off. That says a lot right now. That's got to hurt for Fnatic. Now they will go down to an even man situation in this last round, and we have a minute on the clock. And Cloud9 are waiting for a reaction from Fnatic.
C9 maybe suggesting that they are rotating. You can see this Fnatic starting to move away from the B bomb site until Skadoodle fires off that shot. Now Fnatic like, hold on a second, what's going on here? A snap from Skadoodle will take down JW, and the charge is going to come in from C9. The bomb's being picked up, and here they come.
I think he even got the tag there onto Pronax. This guy is really hitting everything at the moment, and it's Pronax and Cribs. Something huge. Cribs only has a deagle in hand. Nothing will finish off the tag Pronax, and there's not much left for them to do. Fnatic are going to go down in this first half in an incredible way.
And even though Skadoodle made a nice shot there onto JW actually missed 2 free shots on Skadoodle. Just look at this one. You can see that JW fires there and just misses.
Yeah, there's been a few shots in that game where JW was moving just before firing the shot, which will send it in the wrong direction. 11-4 will be the score, as we'll have a short time for the players to decide what they want to do on the pistol. So it's going to be 3 Kevlars and 2 sets of smokes onto Pronax and Flusher for Fnatic, who appear to be going for an A execute with a rotation through underpass.
And this was actually more of the A retake we're seeing from Cloud9 that we discussed was the standard on this map. Ooh, there is the boost. Skadoodle will spot it. He's actually got Sean Gers with him in the window as well as Fnatic push into the A bomb site. There is absolute madness. There's pistoling players all over the place at the moment. Fnatic pushing the lines, but Skadoodle and Sean Gers will open things up. That's 3 frags in a row there for the Americans. Cloud9 looking quite strong in the opening, and they've not lost a player yet. It's just Flusher who's left alive. He's got to do something, but it's as if Fnatic were AFK there. They couldn't get a single kill. And Cloud9, they have to be soaring in the sky right now. Oh, that was horrible.
Yeah, excellent plan from Fnatic, going for the A execute as a distraction and then trying to boost in the window, but the defense for Cloud9 was just too strong, winning that round flawlessly, and Fnatic, they have to go for the force buy. I'm actually surprised that, oh yeah, they full bot. I like this. All of Meister's just buying a Kevlar there in the last second.
Yep, so Fnatic are all the way in for this round. 12 rounds for C9 is quite enough as far as Fnatic are concerned, but can they impose their will? That's what it's going to come down to. Cloud9 opting for double scouts on their anti-eco buy. Now, if Fnatic manage to take over the site, then if Cloud9 are left with scouts on the retake, that might be a very sticky situation indeed, but that is all good and well until it happens. First engagement there into CPL.
We'll have to see whether or not they can get a quick kill, get some quick positioning. That's what it's about, these Tech9s. So far, it's calming down a bit. We've seen a few altercations here and there, but it's like Fnatic are maybe giving a bit too much space for these scouts to actually work at the moment. You see Sean Gers will spot a player, get an opportunity to get a tag, although only Olaf Meister who's suffered any damage just yet.
That sighting on the jumping scout will cause a rotation of a 3rd man over towards the B-bomb site, and that is still where Fnatic are headed. Oh, this is a sneaky spot indeed, wow. But Sean Gers is going to mix things up. The flash is going to come in, and again, now we've got close quarters engagements with the Tech9s, but the P90 is there, and the P90 is wrecking everyone. sending the Fnatic players to the graveyard one by one is at P90. Olofmeister, the only one who remains, going to find himself some frags. The bomb is close. He's got 20 seconds, but every second that passes leaves more CTs closer and closer. 2 fan masses remain now as Olofmeister tries to do more damage again, trying to close the distance with a Tech9, trying to find the one-taps. Close range, but that will be all she wrote. Cloud9 take another round.
And Cloud9 is just one step ahead of Fnatic right now. Fnatic spotted that they had a jumping scout on that B site, so Pronax said, okay, we're gonna punish them for having a sniper on B, we're gonna swarm him with the Tech9s. But Cloud9 just realized this and putting that extra guy onto that B site just won them that round.
Yeah, as soon as they spotted him, they did exactly that. And now they've got the moneymakers, the MP7 coming out onto Sean Gears, as Fnatic find themselves on a Glock train with a cameo appearance from a P250.
And Cloud9 go for the mid-rush with 3 players there. Or not exactly necessarily a rush, but they'll just take positioning, and it's going to be very strong as they pick up a couple openers. There is a grenade for an explosive finish onto Crims, and Cloud9 look not to be scratched in this round, as Flush is now stuck in a bomb site. So there it is to clean up, and Cloud9 are looking so good. We're having a result here. I mean, if the trend continues, we have one more last chance really for Fnatic to stay in this one with the next buy. After that, they've got no more chances left, and that's going to be a fast win for Cloud9. Who would have expected that?
14-4. Even if you're on the CT side of Mirage, this is almost impossible. Being on the T side, it is impossible. There's no way Fnatic can make this comeback happen.
Yeah, Cloud9 made it look easy. They've been cruising in the speedboat.
Wow.
With the shorts and the bottle of beer. 2 fast frags, again the P90 coming in, and at this point this is mental warfare. 2-man sprayed out with a FAMAS. This is completely outrageous. Only Flusher remains. He has the bomb, he has a minute 20, but he's got 4 Cloud9 players who are having the time of their lives on Mirage here to contend with.
No respect at all from Cloud9 with those SMGs just going straight for it, and now they're in a 3-on-1. I don't believe it. Flusher's there on top mid. He's probably thinking, what the hell do I do in this position? I have time, but where do I go? This is going to be something quite special if he's able to pull this one off. And even if he does, Fnatic will still have such low money that it's still going to be incredibly hard. And Skadoodle's going to finish him off. Amazing.
If you're up 14-4 as CT on any map, the best thing you can do is go for multiple high-risk, high-reward plays. And that's exactly what Cloud9 did here. They knew it was really risky doing this, but they have so many rounds to work with. And yeah, 15-4, and they started on the T side.
I guess they have the throwaway SMGs as well, so hey, it worked out wonderfully for them. And here we are, Fnatic put in a horrible position, 15-4, and they are going for that A execute, it looks like. Oh no. Oh, down to 6 HP, that is brutal.
Nobody likes being hit in the face with a grenade. Finished off with a second one here from Cloud9. They have the playbook of Fnatic tattooed on their foreheads at the moment. Taking a few frags though. JW pushing, but again, he's got no armor. He's running around in his boxer shorts at the moment. They need to get the bomb down fast because every second that ticks, Cloud9 will be in superior post-plant positions, but that's going to be an important frag onto Skadoodle. They've got the man advantage now, and that will help as they try to cover the angles as this bomb goes down. Still lots of time though to keep the guns out, try and get the frags. Bomb on the floor now, Flush has lost it in a sticky situation. Freakazoid takes some damage, down to 18 HP. Where is his teammate? Just down to Sean Gears now. He's only got 15 himself. And Fnatic could get another round on the board here. Indeed, they will, surviving with 2 players. That's something for now.
This is all Cloud9 at the moment. I mean, Fnatic will pull one back, but it's hard to see them winning from this position. So many match points to play with, and as you said, Cloud9 can keep just doing crazy stuff.
Yeah, they're up 15-5. Let's say they stack 5 people on either side every round. They're gonna make the right choice once, which means they're probably gonna win.
Well, for now they're gonna put 2-1-2 across A, mid, and B. But look at the frags coming in already. They've lost 2 plays in a mere seconds, and they're gonna get some back, but the trades are gonna continue. Fnatic with a man advantage now, and they're not a team you want to have momentum regardless of if you've got 15 rounds or otherwise. Nades coming in, Panic down to 12 HP, but it's just Shroud left. We know he's capable. Crims with full health versus Shroud with only 10. Got to be careful, and Fnatic will clutch and stay in here for one more round at least.
Almost expected Shroud to actually pull that off. Just really, really nicely played with the Silence M4 there. So much damage, and he's always going to be a massive danger. Cloud9, actually every single player on Cloud9 at the moment is actually delivering. Everyone is playing very well. So it's another round here for Fnatic, and they will go up against an eco from Cloud9. Cloud9 realizing, hey, well, there's not much we can do with a force up. Let's just get the next buy-in. get the shenanigans in mid there from Cloud9 just at the start to see if they can get a quick kill. It won't happen. This should be an easy one for Fnatic.
I wouldn't be surprised if Cloud9 actually just goes for a double eco here.
Well, they've only lost a player so far, so let's not count them out just yet. We've seen crazier things happen. Numbers starting to thin now. Sean Gare's going to catch a player unawares and pick up an AK. Insta-trade there from Crims. 2 plays left. Shroud of the Deagle, though.
Okay, so Cloud9 clutching this, I don't think we'll ever see that. That would be absolutely outrageous, but perhaps nothing can just cause some continued issues for Fnatic. It's about getting into their head as well. It's about winning outrageous situations, and perhaps nothing can pick up a couple kills, make Fnatic feel the pressure, not let up on that. And he will go for the duel, for the trade, but it will be Crims that will win it, and Fnatic will win that heavily favored round. But hey, I mean, that wasn't a free one.
No, and the problem here for Cloud9 is that they don't want to give Fnatic momentum into that second map. Because each round they give Fnatic in this position is just boosting Fnatic's confidence, so they can feel like, okay, we just played bad in the beginning of the map. If we play like we did in the end of Mirage, we're just gonna crush them on train.
At what point do you... Never mind that. Skadoodle's gonna... Okay, half the team on both sides is dead in about 3 seconds. Only 2 Fnatic plays left versus 4. They've got the bomb. That's the only thing going for them at the moment. If they'd lost that, then maybe they would have lost the round. But doesn't look good by any means. Freakazoid in full control of top mid. Got support on the way as well if needed in Skadoodle. Flash is coming in for the team, and Freakazoid will just stay there and duel. He knows both plays are there for now.
Yeah, this is really, really strong right now. Really awesome mid-aggression from Cloud9. Ran into the potential mid-take from Fnatic, and they have come out pretty handily on top. Crims and Pronax looking for further aggression. If they can pick up an extra kill or 2 here, they can definitely make a round of this. Time is on their side, but they're having to use so many resources here. They've only got 2 smokes left, and Crims is on half HP.
And they still think Freakazoid is behind that box, trying to force him out with a Molotov.
And we'll see them move up mid now as well. So here they go with the creep up shorts, and Cloud9 doing the right thing. They're playing really passively on the bomb sites. It will take Fnatic some time to get to these sites because they have to clear everything. They have to be very silent as well, not to give away their position. They need the element of surprise. They're up short now. And here we go. This is the moment for Fnatic.
Look at the crossfire on the B bomb site from Cloud9. This is looking nice for them. Freakazoid's going to find the angle. He's not going to get a 2-man spray down, but it's 1 versus 3. And Sean Gares will pop out from nowhere and get the first game here for Cloud9. A massive surprise here in this best of 3.
Absolutely phenomenal play from Cloud9. They started off so strong. You could really see that the research was there from Sean Gares. The calls he made and how they started off the T side was insane. And we saw Fnatic in a horrible situation on the money, and they couldn't really recover, it seems.
Yeah, and when they went for the full eco and got the double up, for a while it looked like Fnatic was just going to take the rest of the CT rounds. But then Cloud9, with a great A execute, took the last T rounds, even though they played versus a stacked Fnatic on the CT side of Mirage. So I'm just very impressed with the Cloud9 in this map. However, we have to question some of the decisions from Fnatic, especially the first pistol round.
Yeah, exactly. And the force buy as well.
Yeah, they should have gone for an extra eco earlier.
All right, well, guys, we will take a short break. We'll be back very soon here with the rest of Fnatic and Cloud9.